Yellowstone fans spot evidence another unexpected character wants to take down Jamie. Jamie Dutton, played by Wes Bentley, might spend a good deal of Yellowstone dodging his sister Beth's, Kelly Riley Raff. But now viewers are buzzing with theories that Jamie has another nemesis lurking much closer than expected. Yellowstone enthusiasts have pieced together hints and are speculating that a surprise character might be scheming against him. Throughout the show, Jamie has always been the black sheep within the Dutton family, frequently clashing with his sister Beth. The root of their fierce rivalry goes back to a teenage mishap when Beth got pregnant and turned to Jamie in her time of need. After the shocking murder attempt on their father, John Dutton, Kevin Costner, in the latest season, Beth is convinced Jamie orchestrated the attack and swears to take him down. Yet could it be that Beth has unwittingly gained a secret confidant who's also keen to knock Jamie down a notch and who sees him daily? A sharp-eyed viewer suddenly noticed that Jamie's secretary, Kate Maria Julian, repeatedly lets Beth into Jamie's office without a heads-up, even though she should be aware of their bitter animosity by this point. A Reddit user posed the question, "We're just glossing over how Jamie's assistant clearly has it in for him. I'm on season 4, and I just watched Jamie walk into his office after his assistant cryptically announces he has a visitor. But jump scare the visitor is Beth here to beat the absolutes **** out of him. This is like the 20th time I've observed this bait and switch involving Beth and the assistant. Beth appears seemingly out of nowhere in Jamie's office several times throughout the series, and is almost certainly heard shouting and even attacking him from the next room. The same thing has happened as recently as season 5 following their father's death, and Kate apparently has no issues with Jamie's furious sister slapping his boss around the face and accusing him of murdering a major politician. I'm convinced the assistant has it out for Jamie just as much as Beth," the post continued. "No way she doesn't recognize Beth at this point, and if I was Jamie, I would have considered a while ago asking my assistant to forewarn me of my insane, homicidal. I say this with love. I stand how crazy and mean Beth is. Sister shows up. I'm open to other thoughts, but this pattern is just tearing me up." Several other fans agreed Jamie's secretary must not think too highly of him, with someone commenting, "She always waits till the last second to tell him too. Oh, your maniac sister is trapped in your office." Another fan chimed in, "The door was open when Beth confronted him in case Luke Grimes dragged her into Jamie's office with him. She probably keeps a bag of popcorn in her pocket to snack and watch at this point. Is Jamie's secretary poised to join forces with Beth for a takedown, or is she merely on standby to soak up the chaotic spectacle?" The tension on Yellowstone has always been thick enough to cut with a knife, but lately, fans are picking up on something even sharper lurking beneath the surface. A new contender with designs on Jamie Dutton. And this time, it's not Beth, Case, or even John Dutton himself sharpening the metaphorical blade. It's someone far less predictable. Online forums and social media threads are ablaze with theories, connecting dots from the latest season's twists. At the heart of this frenzy is a figure who, until recently, seemed either loyal or too far removed to meddle in Jamie's machinations. But as the dust settles from the Duttons' latest family war, subtle shifts in allegiance have sparked whispers that this dark horse might be gunning for the beleaguered attorney. The new evidence, eagle-eyed fans combing through scenes and dialogue have pieced together a compelling argument that Governor Linnell Perry may be planning Jamie's downfall. While Linnell has long been a savvy political ally of the Dutton family, her relationship with Jamie has always walked a fine line between mentorship and manipulation. Over the last few seasons, she's guided Jamie's rise in Montana politics, but her interest in his career often felt self-serving. In a scene from the latest episode, Lionel's cryptic advice to an underling. Sometimes the sharpest tools in your box are the ones you don't see coming, has been interpreted by fans as a veiled commentary on Jamie. Adding to the suspicion is her recent meeting with Sarah Atwood, Market Equity's cunning operative, where an exchange of knowing glances hinted at a secret alliance. Lionel's calculated moves. Lionel's political savvy has always been her trademark, but her recent actions suggest she's playing a game larger than Jamie realizes. Fans have pointed to her quiet but consistent backing of John's governorship run as a clue. By aligning with John, she positioned herself as a public ally of the Dutton family, but many argue this was merely a move to keep Jamie under her thumb. When Jamie's betrayals became too public, she distanced herself just enough to maintain plausible deniability, all while planting seeds of doubt about his ability to lead. Her recent overtures to Case and Monica have also drawn attention. Though these moves seem familial and conciliatory on the surface, fans speculate they're calculated steps to undermine Jamie's fragile position within the family. A pointed comment Lionel made about understanding the real power dynamics of this family during a dinner scene has taken on new significance as fans dig deeper. Why Lionel might turn on Jamie. The idea that Lionel could be plotting Jamie's demise isn't as far-fetched as it might initially seem. First, Jamie represents a liability in her political aspirations. His involvement in the murder of Garrett Randall, his biological father, and his constant flip-flopping allegiances have tarnished his reputation. For someone as politically astute as Lionel, aligning herself too closely with Jamie is a risk she can no longer afford. Moreover, Lionel's long game has always been about maintaining her power and influence in Montana. If Jamie's erratic behavior threatens her carefully constructed empire, eliminating him from the equation, either politically or metaphorically, might be her only option. And let's not forget Lionel's nuanced understanding of the Dutton family. She spent years observing their dynamics, and she knows exactly which strings to pull to isolate Jamie further. A ticking clock for Jamie. Jamie's track record of alienating allies and burning bridges has left him vulnerable to attacks from every side. From his ongoing feud with Beth to his uneasy alliance with Market Equities, Jamie's list of enemies grows longer by the day. But if Lionel is indeed plotting against him, it could be the most devastating blow yet. Unlike Beth's raw, emotional vendetta, Lionel's strategy would be cold, calculated, and surgical. She wouldn't just aim to hurt Jamie. She'd aim to erase him from the equation entirely. Fans speculate that Lionel's plan could involve exposing Jamie's darkest secrets, from his role in Garrett's murder to his shady political deals. Alternatively, she might leverage Sarah Atwood to orchestrate Jamie's downfall from within, using Market Equities as a smokescreen for her true intentions. Some have even suggested that Lionel could recruit Rip Wheeler or Case, exploiting their loyalty to John to neutralize Jamie as a threat. The Beth connection. Interestingly, Beth Dutton might play an unwitting role in Lionel's scheme. While Beth's hatred for Jamie is no secret, her unrelenting aggression has made her predictable to Jamie. Lionel, on the other hand, operates in subtler shades of gray. Fans theorize that Lionel could manipulate Beth's vendetta, steering her wrath in ways that serve Lionel's own agenda. By amplifying Beth's attacks, Lionel could weaken Jamie's position while keeping her own hands clean. A recent scene in which Lionel and Beth shared a tense but strategic conversation has been cited as further evidence. Though they appeared to be discussing John's political future, fans noted Lionel's almost maternal tone toward Beth, an odd shift for a woman who's traditionally kept her distance. Could Lionel be grooming Beth as a weapon against Jamie? It's a tantalizing possibility. What this means for the Dutton family. If Linnell is indeed setting her sights on Jamie, the ramifications could be seismic. For one, it would expose yet another fissure in the already fractured Dutton family. Jamie's tenuous alliances with Case and Monica would crumble, leaving him utterly alone. Furthermore, Lionel's betrayal would mark a turning point in Jamie's story, potentially pushing him into a corner where he has nothing left to lose. Some fans have even floated the idea that Lionel's actions could lead to Jamie's redemption arc. Stripped of his allies and forced to confront his own demons, Jamie might finally rise to the occasion, or fall even further into darkness. Either way, Lionel's involvement would add a layer of complexity to a story that thrives on shades of gray. The fan debate. Not everyone is convinced that Linnell is the mastermind behind Jamie's potential downfall. Skeptics argue that her past loyalty to the Duttons makes such a move unlikely. Others point out that Jamie's downfall doesn't need another antagonist. He's more than capable of self-destructing without outside interference.